Hi, today I want to talk to you about how to stay warm if you're living in a vehicle or um, off grid with your solar system. Now, I am going to get another 122 amp hour Walmart battery probably within the next couple months. And so I did my calculations for 3 batteries. Now, each one of my batteries says 122 amp hours. So I figured it up that way. Now I'm going to show you one of the tricks we're going to use to help stay warm in winter. Now we do have a propane heater, but if we run out of propane, we don't want to freeze to death either. I apologize for the slurring. My voice has been acting up lately. I don't know why. But I want to talk to you today about electric heaters running off your solar system. If you have a smaller solar system, I'm going to give you a rough estimation about a small electrical heater. Now these things are really small, but I'm going to use the system I have with another battery. So this would be 3 batteries because that's what we're going to get, another battery, and so I will be using 3 of them. Um, you'll always have your battery capacity in half if you're using lead acid. So here we have 122 times 3 is 366 amp hours. Now I half that immediately to 183. Now when you figure this up, you go with 12 volt. If you're running off an inverter, you automatically start with 12 volt, not 110, 115, 120. You go with 12 volt because that's what you're pulling from. Now I have a small heater here that pulls 270 watts. Alright, that's 22.5 amps. You're pulling out the batteries. Now remember, we will have 3 batteries. So let's see. And then I took my 183 amp hours, divided that by 22.5 amps, and that gives me 8.1 amp hours. So basically, with 3 batteries, this little heater I'm going to show you will run 8 hours. Now, it's not much of a heater, that's true. And if you only have 2 batteries, it will run 5.2, I believe, around 5 hours. Now, it is one of these. The thing is really small, and I will hopefully get the bottom in here. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get some PVC, a fitting to fit right here on the front, right here, come out and then angle it up and go out that way with either PVC or some type of metal flex hose, and that way I can put some small holes in the pipe, and when it's on, it will push the warm air up inside the pipe and out the small holes. The small holes, the pipe will go up underneath your covers or inside your sleeping bag to give you warm air. Now, this heater does not produce massive amounts of heat, but I can feel the heat from here. I can feel the heat from here. I can even feel it from here. So what it'll do is it'll push the hot, warm air. It's pretty hot, but it'll push it up inside the pipe, and then it'll go up. And let me see if I can find my hand here. There we go. It'll push it out, up, and then out through the pipe or the hoses you have it hooked to. You will have little holes in the pipe or the hose for the warm air to come out of. That will be enough heat to keep you from pretty much freezing to death. And a lot of people just bundle up really tightly and more or less pray. So this little heater, once again, we got this at Walmart for like $10. But this little heater, if you put mount a front on it with some PVC and then come out and then angle it up, you could set this on the floor and then have your pipe or hose go up underneath your covers, and that will put warm air up under there with you. Now I'm going to try to get, oh, that's kind of warm, the bottom sticker in here. I hope you can see this. Where it says power 250 watts, that's wrong. It pulls 270. Right underneath the 250 is the 270. These little heaters are pure absolute junk, but if you're running off solar, you could run that for a good, off of 2 batteries, probably a good 5 hours. If you're running it off of 3 batteries, to be safe on your batteries, you can still run this little heater for 8.1 hours. So, and if you figure 20% loss, that's still 7.5 hours easily. Running this heater without running your batteries completely down, it would run them about 50%. And like I said, that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to build something on the front of this little heater right here, where it will cover the front and come out probably about 8 inches or so, and then angle it up to where I can hook it up to a piece of pipe or something that will go under the covers, and I will cap the end off, and that way all the heat from this will be coming out underneath your covers, and it will keep you warm. Now remember, this is only 270 watts. So an inverter that is a 500 watt inverter would most likely run this without an issue. If you have your batteries in your vehicle and you're using something like this, try to have your batteries hooked up to your alternator or your main starter battery, and it should, if it starts running low on your batteries, run your vehicle for a little bit. I mean, running something like this and just running the vehicle long enough to charge your batteries up will use a lot less gas than trying to run something off your vehicle, like the vehicle's heater. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. I apologize for the voice today. For, like I said, for whatever reason, my voice is a little bit off. But something small like this, even though it's only pulling 270 watts, it's still pulling 22.5 amps off your 12 volt battery system. Anyway, I talked about the site I used to do my calculations with, and I don't know if you can see that. https://www.webstronstore.com, and they have a calculator for amps, volts, and watts. If you're trying to figure this out, it's a good site to go to. But so basically, with 3 batteries, you could run this little heater for over 8 hours. With 2 batteries, I figured that up. It was 5.2 hours, something like that, and still be on in the 50% safe side of your lead acid batteries. So you could run this longer if you're willing to dip your batteries under 50%. I don't advise it. But anyway, this is a little heater you can actually run off solar. That it was like a $10 heater from Walmart, and it puts out a little bit of heat, and it only pulls 270 watts uh, 22.5 amps is what this would pull. I don't know how it could pull 22.5 amps, but according to the calculators, that's what it would pull. But I don't see how that could pull 22.5. So I would probably, to be on the safe side, I would go by this calculation. Because volts and watts equals amps, and so that's what I came up with. But anyway, this little heater right here, if you have a front cover on it, put a piece of pipe on it to let the air blow up underneath your covers. This would help keep you from being extremely cold when you're in bed at night. Alright, that's it, everyone. Have a good day.